Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So,
Only 11.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Can I start? Okay, let's start. So yesterday we discussed about IP address, right? So it is an unique address which will identify a device in a network, right? If we want to define IP address, an IP address is an address which is used in order to uniquely identify a device on a network. Okay, so if we talk about the network address in computer networks, what are the types of address we have in computer networks? So basically, address can be classified in two categories. One is IP address, and another one is MAC address. Okay, am I audible to you now? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
So we are discussing network address. Okay. If we talk about network address, we can classify network address into two categories. One is IP address and another one is MAC address. So the duty of network layer is providing IP address to all devices in the networks, right? And the duty of data link layer, one of the duty of data link layer is to provide MAC address or physical address to each and every device of the networks, right? So as you remember in data link layer, when we were discussing, there are two sublayer. One is MAC layer and another one is logical link controller LLC, LLC and MAC layer. The MAC sublayer will provide the physical address to each and every device in a network. So it is an hexadecimal number and the length of this MAC address is 48 bits. 48 bits. Okay. So later we will discuss this MAC. Now come to this part, IP address. If I talk about IP address, again there is two category of IP address. One is IPv4. That means Internet Protocol version 4. Okay. And another one is IPv6, Internet Protocol version 6. Okay. These are the two categories of IP address. What are the two categories? IPv4 and IPv6. Okay, this is the two types of IP address. Further, if we discuss about IPv4, this is a 32-bit address. The length of this IPv4 is 32-bit address. Okay, and IPv4 again classified into two categories. One is classful address and another one is classless. We'll later discuss about this classless in details. Classless inter-domain routing (CIDR). Okay, is it clear? This diagram is clear to you? Address, network address, two types, MAC address, IP address. Again, IP address two types, IPv4, IPv6. Again, IPv4 classified into two categories, classful and classless. Is it clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes? All of you? Any
Yes,
doubt?
sir.
Anyone, any doubt? So till we discuss what is IP address. IP address is a unique address assigned to every device in a network. Then we discuss about network address. Network address we can categorize into types: IP address and MAC address. IP address is provided by network layer and MAC address is provided by data link layer. Data link layer has two layers. Okay, you remember MAC layer and LLC. The duty of MAC layer is to provide MAC address. That means it is also known as physical address. Okay, or sometimes it is known as hardware address. So same thing, same name: physical address, MAC address, hardware address. And if we come to the IP address, again IP address is two categories. One is IPv4 and another one is IPv6. IPv4 is 32-bit address and IPv6 is 128-bit address, 128 bits. Okay, it's long address. And if we talk about IPv4, we can classify IPv4 into two categories: classful and classless. I'm writing yes inside as in the side of classless CIDR. The full form of CIDR is classless inter-domain routing. Okay, we'll discuss it later. Is it clear, everyone? This what is IP address and what are the types of IP address? Okay. Anyone want to say something about this? Tell me what you understood. Anyone? Tell
Just
me
repeat
what
again,
you
sir.
understood. Anyone? Okay. Somebody want to repeat again.
Sir, your
Okay.
voice was not so clear. That's why I'm unable to understand properly.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Due to the network issue, it's happening. What we discuss about IP address. Okay. And this diagram is telling about address are two types: IP address and MAC address. Is it clear to you now? IP address is, oh sorry, address are two types: IP address and MAC address. Is it clear? Address are two types:
Yes, sir.
IP address and MAC address. IP address can be categorized again two types: IPv4, which is a 32-bit address, and IPv6, which is a 128-bit address. Is it clear? Is it clear now? It's clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Now, if we talk about IPv4, again two types: classful and classless. Hope it's clear, this diagram. Yes? Can we move on to the next slide? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Sir,
what
what is class full and what is classless?
classless and classful? Yeah, we'll discuss later, but still, if you want to know, I'm just telling you, classless means IP people, there are 5 class. That means whole whatever address we are dividing this address into 5 categories. Later on we will discuss. For example, if we have 1 to 1000 number, okay, so it's a big number. 1 to 1000 is a big number. For some usefulness or for some benefit, we are separating this one to thousand into five category. For example, maybe in the first group one to 200. In the second group, maybe again 200 to 400, 400 to 600, 600 to 800, 800 to 1000, like that. Okay, so that means that type of address will classify into some small group, and those are known as class. Okay, and the other types there is no class. As a whole, all IP will consider. So later on we will discuss that one. Okay, one by one. Is it okay now? Okay. So now, what is MAC address? Full form is Media Access Control Address. Is a physical address which work I already mentioned on at data link layer. MAC address are unique 48-bit hardware numbers of the computers which is embedded in the network card. Network card, I already told about this. Network card is short form is NIC card. Each and every laptop, each and every PC computer have a NIC card. That days, those who attend my lab class, I think already shown you the network card, right? Okay, so that is a card which is inbuilt with the laptop motherboards or PC motherboard. Okay, and that card have a address, unique address. Each and every NIC card have an unique address, and that address is 48 bit length. Okay, the length of that address is 48 bits, and it is written in hexadecimal number system. Number system, I think there's four types of number system: decimal, hexadecimal, octal, and binary. So the MAC address is represented in the form of hexadecimal number. Okay. So sometime MAC address is also known as physical address. Is it clear? MAC address. Any doubt about MAC address?
No, sir.
Write in the chat box. So how many of you present I want to know active. Any doubt? Write in the chat box. Repeat. Okay. Repeat one time. Okay. And rest. Only one of you writing no doubt. Repeat it. Okay. No sir. No sir. Okay. So, there were how many participants? 19, including me 18. No, excluding me 18. Okay. Okay, listen. So we are discussing MAC address. MAC address is the address of hardware, a hardware. Hardware, okay, every computer has some physical component. Every computer and every laptop have a NIC card, network interface card, and each and every network interface card have a address, and it is written on that network card itself, and it is written in the form of hexadecimal number. As you know, there are four types of number system. What are the four types? Decimal, octal, hexadecimal, and binary. Network interface cards have MAC address which is written in hexadecimal number, and there are 48 bits number. That means the length of a MAC address is 48 bit. Okay, that means there are 48 bit digits written above the network interface card, and that MAC address is provided by the data link layer of OSI model. Okay, we also known as MAC address. We also known as MAC address is physical address. That's it. Understood now? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So if no doubt, we'll move on. Go through this slide. Take 1 minute or 2 minutes and read out. Done? Have you got any idea what is IP address? How we can represent those IP address? What is the length of IP? IP means we are now in IPv4. As you remember in the previous chart, there are two types of address. One is MAC and another one is IP. Again, IP have two classes. One is IPv4 and IPv6. Now we are just going to discuss in this slide what is IPv4 address. So IPv4 stands for Internet Protocol version 4. Okay, here are two versions: Internet Protocol version 4 and version 6, IPv6. So now we are discussing IPv4, and it is a 32-bit binary numbers. Like the MAC address, it was 48 bits hexadecimal number, but this IPv4 address is 32 bits binary number. Is it okay? IPv4 is a 32-bit address, and it is represented in the form of binary. Is it clear? Tell me yes, no.
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are 32 bits number from 0 to 31. 0 to 31 is 32 bits. Okay. This 32 bits again divided into two portions. Out of this 32 bits, some of the bits will represent the network portion and rest of the bit will be represent the host portion. Now what is network and what is host? What is network? What is host? Okay, if we consider Assam Downtown University is a network, under these networks we have lots of branches. Okay, and if you consider INERSAL, our department, and we have lots of schools, BCA, BSCIT, MCA, BTech. So as of now, you consider INERSAL is a network, and inside a networks, you may have lots of host portion. There's small portion. Okay, so network is a bigger things. Inside the bigger things, we have some small portion. Those are your host. I'm repeating. Out of this 32 bits, this whole 32 bits is divided into two portions. Okay, the first portion is known as network portion, and the second portion is known as host portion. And it is written here with the help of a subnet marks. What is subnet mark? We'll discuss in the next slide, maybe next slide. So subnet mark is a number. From that number, we can identify what are the portion a IP address is network portion, or what are the portion an IP address is host portion. Okay, so based on that subnet marks, an IPv4 address can be divided into two portions, network portion and host portion. Is it clear now? Somebody who told me not understood. Shubhanjit, is it clear? That line, second line of this you slide. Reply Shubhanjit. Reply in the sub box. Is it clear now? The second line of this slide is written here, which can be divided into network portion and host portion with the help of subnet marks. Little bit, why little bit? Suppose we have 32 bits number, 32 bits character you can think, or 32 bits number 1 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 32. Okay, so these 32 bits are among these 32 bits, some of the bits, for example, 0 to 15, there are 16 number. Those we can consider as network ID, and rest 60 to 32 we can consider as host ID or host portion. Got it? That means out of this 32 bits, some of the bits we can consider network for networks, and rest of the bit we can consider for host. And how we identify which portion is network portion and which portion is host portion? Yes, breaking. That's why I'm repeating. Almost 10 minutes I took for this line only. Voice is breaking. That's why I'm taking 10 minutes for only the second line to explain the second line. I'm repeating same thing. Okay. So out of this 32 bits, some of the bit we can consider network portion, and rest of the bit we can consider host bit. And how we consider which bits are network and which bits are host, so that will be decided by subnet mask. That last line you have written, you can see here, with the help of subnet mask. With the help of this concept, will identify which portion is network and which portion is host. Later, as of now, you remember these things. Once we discuss in details, it will be clear. So in the next line, it is written, the 32 bits are broken into 4 octets. 4 octets means one octet means 8 bit. I think you know 8 bit 0 to 7. One octet is 8 bit. 8 4s are 32. Yes, those 32 bits is divided into 4 octets. The third line is clear to you or not? Write in the search box. There are 32 bits number in the IP address, and this 32 bits is divided into 4 octets. 8, 8, 8, 8. 8 4s are 32. So we are separating 8, 8, 8, 8 into 4 octets. Write in the search box. Third line of your slide. 32 bits we are dividing into 8, 8, 8, 8, 4 octets. One octet contains 8 bits. As you know, 8 4s are 32. Yes, only 2 yes, sir. Rest? No, or what? Okay, hope most of you understood. Okay, next line. Each octet, that means 8 bit. Each octet, that means those 8 bits, is converted. So we was talking about binary bit, that means there are 8 bits. If we combine these 8 bits, it become one octet. Now we are talking about each octet, that one octet is converted to decimal number system. That means you in the normal number system learn from class 1 to 3 or kg 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, like that. Whatever number we learn in the childhood, those are decimal number. So each octet is converted into decimal and separated by a dot. So in the next line you can see I'm writing here one example 172.16.81.100. So these are the four octets. And in the last line you can see 1111 some 8 bit is there, then 00070, then 1 dot, and then 80, then dot, some there were 32 bits. In the last line you can see, in the last line of the slide you can see there is 32 numbers, and each number is divided into four octets, 8888. Okay, if we compare that with 172.16.81.100, that is 100. So we are talking about that those things. That means IP address have a 32 bits number, and an IP address can be divided into four octets, and each octet will have 8 bits. If we need to represent it in decimal number, we have to convert those binary number into decimal number. Okay, 172.16.81.100. There are four octets, and each octet is separated by a dot operator or period. Okay, it is written here each octet is converted to decimal and separated by dot. For this reason, an IP address is said to be expressed in dotted decimal number. That means IP-E4 can be represented in two ways. One is dotted decimal notation and another one is binary notation. If somebody asks IP-V4 how many way you can represent, we have to say there are two way we can represent IP-V4. First one is dotted decimal notation and second one is binary notation. Binary is it clear to you? All of you know about binary? I'm talking about binary many times. How many of you know binary? Write yes or no. Yeah, somebody write sir, it is compulsory to convert or we can keep it decimal number. No, you have to know both the things. You have to know the decimal value as well as the binary value of each and every IP address. Now my question is how many of you know both the number system, decimal and binary? Can you tell me what is the binary value of 5? Right. All of you write binary value of 5. 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number 5, how you can represent in binary? Write in the search box. The value of 5 in binary. I want 18 reply. 18 or how many? And 19. I got only one. Okay. Some of you did mistake. The answer is 0101. you are representing in 4 bits, that's why you are putting 10 before 1. That means actually 101, since you are representing in 4 bits, so you are writing 0101. Now tell me what's the value in binary? 10. How we can represent 10 in binary? Right. Very, very important. If those who have doubt, you can ask the next class. Today's time over. How can I represent 10 in binary? Those who have doubt, you revise this before my next class, because this whole concept is binary, hexadecimal, and decimal number. Yeah, right. 1010, right. Hope it's clear to you. Okay. Those who have doubt, you may ask your friend or me too at any time. Okay. But without knowing conversion from binary and decimal to binary, it's very difficult to learn this topic, because next class onwards we'll only talk about binary and decimal all the time. That's why in the computer fundamental, I think you learn this concept. You're going to use it. That's why you learn in fundamentals, computer fundamentals. Hope it's clear to you, everyone. So thank you for today. And next class we'll start again from this, and send your attendance in WhatsApp. Mention your date. Today's
Thank you,
date.
sir.
Okay. Mention your today's date and write yes, WhatsApp.